Hi guys, my name is Ariana Womack and I'm going to be doing a brief tutorial on how to use the Sharpen tool in Photoshop. So let's get started. Here I have a picture, and if you look at it, it actually looks pretty good, but the cool thing about the Sharpen tool is that it really just makes it so much better, and we're going to see the difference. So first we're going to Control J the background layer to make a new layer, if you saw that over here. And we're going to go to the filter, and we are going to go to the Sharpen tab and select the Smart Sharpen selection. We're just going to wait a second while it comes up. Okay, here we can sample a part. So I'm just going to use this square over here and put it on a flower. And then we can actually adjust how sharp we want it to be. So there's the amount, the radius. So I bumped up the amount. I'm going to turn up the radius a little bit and reduce the noise. So that looks pretty good. If we can see, the flowers look a lot clearer, the face. We see that the skin is a little too pixelated, but we're gonna actually just apply this and then go back and do a layer mask to smooth out the skin. So let's give it a second. My computer's being a little slow. Hold on. And the thing with the sharpening tool is that oftentimes it does take a while to have it do its thing. Even if you're using the sharpening tool from over here on the side panel, it will always take a while to sharpen the image. So it's kind of a slow process, but definitely worth the little wait. Alright, so there we go. So we can see that the flowers are a lot clearer, but their faces look a little pixelated. So what we're going to do is we're going to come down here and do a do a layer mask. We're going to come to the layer masks. I'm going to hit B to get my brush, and I'm going to want it on black. So you can toggle between black and white with the X. So I want it on black, and I have my opacity to 68, which is perfect. And we are just going to go over her face around the edges because you can see that there's like a pixel. We don't want to go over the eyes and lips because those look really great sharpened. And we don't want to go over the hair either because that looks pretty good sharpened. There are some parts like right here that look a little too sharp that we're going to tone down a little bit. But we're going to go over her skin. This is a rough edit just so you guys can see what this looks like. I'm going over her arm over here so that way, because you can kind of see the pixelated and how this smooths it out. So we have their teeth still sharpened, their eyes sharpened, their hair sharpened, and then the flowers in the background, and their clothes are sharpened because that looks really good. Okay, so that looks about right. So now we can see that the flowers, their clothes and their hair, eyes and teeth are a lot more sharp. And if we look at what it was before, you can see that the one before almost looks blurry. And then when you click it, it looks like, oh wow, like that's in clarity. It's almost like getting a new pair of glasses. So the sharpening tool is really handy. It's very useful and just an overall great tool to give that crisp look to your images. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I hope this helped you out.